very dear to my heart because of some of the things I've had to deal with growing up. I remember this time in secondary school when um, I was in the X class. X class wasn't so there's V, W, X, Y, Z. These are the classes from SS1 to my SS3. I was in um this X class, okay? So VW were known for their intelligence because that was, the science class was known for, they were known for their intelligence. S class was like the lost sheep. I don't know why it just felt that way. People that were supposed to be in science class but could not make it. So they now termed us, social science students. So they put us in the X class. Then Y and X and Z, sorry, were purely arts, those for law, arts, fine and applied arts and all of that. They were the ones in Y and Z. And along the line, when it was time for people to, come out or show interest in being social prefect, head of whatever, and all those posts, um, my class decided that because we're not known for anything, we must produce somebody that must help with somebody with something, that must do something, shall become maybe labor prefect, social prefect or something, head boy, head girl, and all those things. So some of the friends that I had that were close to me insisted that I must be the one to come out for social prefect. And if you're going to come out for social prefect, you will campaign now, go from class to class, campaign and all that. And I told my friend, I said, see, I cannot campaign to save my life. I cannot stand in front of people to even introduce myself, not to talk of now telling them, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, 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 blah. My friends insisted that no matter what I say in this life, I must, come out for social prefect. I had, some of the guys in class, they were really supportive. And I have very close friends that were females. So they insisted that I was going to come out. So they followed me. For most times, they would even do the talking for me. To talk was a problem. And I asked myself, if I eventually win this thing, you're going to eventually stand on in front of, assembly and then make a speech after winning and all that. How would I even get to that level? I just told myself, let them just be doing what they're doing. And then, they kept on being the ones speaking for me from class to class and all that. And funny thing, eventually I won. Hey, I don't even know because I wasn't able to really talk. But I remember through that experience when after I won and became is it the assistant? Because I became assistant first before I became the main social prefect. I became the main social prefect eventually. Now, when I was the assistant, I kept on praying that there would be no avenue for us to be in the assembly ground and then I have to make a speech for anything. So when it didn't get to my turn to make a speech, I was so happy. But I've always loved the the opportunity. Like I always wanted the opportunity to be able to stand in front of people to express myself freely. I admired people that could stand in front of people and talk, but I couldn't do all of these things. I couldn't. But I knew it was something I would have to fight. I had to fight it. Do you understand? So now getting to this level where in City1FG, I'm always called to be the host, always called to be the host. The last one of the combined event that we had about I'm not even talking about training. I'm talking about hosting, the event and all that. We had about 10,000 plus people, and I was the one that was the MC for the event. Hey, sweet Jesus. The fact that now, for me, that I was so timid that people were campaigning for, I'm now the one that, Boss Mike always says, Didi, you're going to be the one to host this. Didi, oh yeah, oh, how far? You and, Ambassador Fang, you're going to, handle the stage and everything. I'm like, me, Amy that I know how scared I used to be and all that. So if I could conquer these fears, I believe, I know my name, that anybody can conquer their fear. Do you understand? So I hope you learn a lot this morning. Like I said earlier, take as much notes as possible, right? So what is your definition of fear? What is your definition of fear? For some people, it's forget everything and run. As in, once there's that there's something you need to do, and that fear, that anxiety comes. There's always that feeling of, just forget everything, just take to your heels, run. There's always that fear. And then for some other people, it's face everything and rise, face it all, face it, whatever it is. Let's do it. We'll do it amidst the fear. We'll do it whatever it is, the anxiety. We'll keep going until we learn it. So the decision is yours. So I'm offering you an opportunity this morning to decide better through my training this morning, to decide better where you want to, or what you want to, do. So what is fear? Let's define fear. Let's have a proper understanding of fear. Before you demystify anything, you first of all understand it. Before you conquer anything, you first of all understand it. Right? Good. So let's try and understand fear. Fear is the word we use to describe our emotional reaction to something that seems what? Dangerous. But the word fear is used in another way too, to name something a person often feels afraid of. Oh, my fear of this, my fear of public speaking, my fear of that. So we name it fear, right? Good. Fear can be like a warning. It can also be a warning, a signal that cautions us to be careful. This is what fear can also be. It can also be a warning. It can also be a signal. Oh yeah, be careful. Oh, this can happen. So you don't go and throw caution to the wind and behave anyhow. Fear can also be like a guide. Oh yeah, oh, you know, be watchful. Be watchful. I'll give you a typical example. There was this time I was driving. I love speeding. I don't understand why people will have a car and be doing 40 on the road or 60. Please, I'm not teaching anybody to speed. Please don't. I'm not teaching anybody. I try to be careful and all that, but I love speeding. I can't imagine doing less than 100 on the road. There was this one time, my brother was the one driving the car. My brother too loves speeding. But that one is the speedometer himself. So my mom was following me somewhere, and I was the one driving in front. My brother was the one driving my mom. And I didn't understand why they were slow. They were doing 60. And next thing my mom calls me and says, why am I speeding? I said, Mommy, I'm not speeding, I'm doing 100. I don't understand why people are doing 60 at the back, 40. I think people are even doing 40. My mom said, I'm doing more than 60. Why am I doing more than 60? So as in, I don't even understand why people are doing more than 60. So this one time I was just driving, I was speeding, vibing to music. And next thing I just had this feeling. Someone just said to me, Didi, be careful, be careful. I reduced the sound, reduced my speed to about 80 something or whatever. And I just started I now held because I drive with one hand and I held the steering with both hands. Because I don't know where that fear, just out of the blue, the fear just came. And I became very watchful. Guess what? 2 minutes after that, or I don't think it was even up to 2 minutes, there was one big thing on the road that people were now dodging. So imagine that I was vibing, my mind was not there. I would have run into that thing. I know how when that fear comes, it can freeze you. I'll not know how to control my car. I'll just, zoom off the road and whatever. So that fear warns you. Sometimes it warns you. So if that fear didn't come in, maybe I would have just been careless. So sometimes it's a good signal that just guides you through it. In psychology, fear is a powerful and primitive human condition. It alerts us to the presence of what danger. Animals have what alerts them. So a dog, once a dog is scared, you see them, they are here. So they have things that alert them as well. So let's talk about fear of failure. This is why I came here today. Fear of failure. They call it atychophobia. Atychophobia. What is atychophobia? It's an intense, persistent anxiety about failing to meet someone's, your own expectations or other people's expectations, potentially leading to avoidance of what challenges and risks. What is atychophobia? It is the intense, persistent, anxiety about failing to meet one's expectations or other people's expectations. And what it does, it potentially leads to avoidance of what? Challenges or risks. Are we learning something this morning? Are we learning something this morning? I want to be sure that everyone is following me. Are we learning something this morning? Are we learning something this morning? Good. Let's continue. So good. While fear, I want to understand how powerful fear is and how small it is. What this meeting is going to help you see is how big it is and how tiny it is. And the funny thing about fear is that it is as big as you make it. So you're the one that gives fear life. The moment you take that life, you are personally giving fear. fear becomes tiny as this. So while fear claims to want to protect you, in quotes, remember I talked about how fear can protect you, caution you, oh yeah, oh, gotta be careful, oh, blah, 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 blah. While fear claims to protect you, fear can also cause many health issues, like high blood pressure, I mean, tightening of muscles, so many other things it can cause in your body. Trust me, we don't even want to enter the causes or what fear can what the things it can impede in your body. You don't even want to enter there. If we enter there, some of you, if you see fear, you'll be running 100. Like you take to your heels, trust me. So I don't want to talk about how it impacts our body, how it affects our body, how it affects your biological makeup, how it affects sometimes when I'm scared, I don't know how many of you, if it happens to any of you, but me before and sometimes now, once I become scared or I'm anxious or something, my palm will become cold, so cold. Like if you touch my hand, you think I'm under AC, even if the heat wants to finish me. And another thing is not just that my palms are cold, my body too will be cold. I can't see clearly. There will just be this blurred vision. Like I can't see so clearly. My head will be banging. And after I go through that experience and come out, my head will not be banging. I have to take paracetamol. Am I the only one it happens to? Does this happen to any other person? Am I the only one? Because it happens to me a lot. Then a lot, but now it's more controlled. It's a lot controlled now. Good. Thank God I'm not the only one. So you understand why I said it has health implications. And if you're not always like that, imagine that you're always in that mood, always, always, always scared, always scared, always scared. Do you know the eventual, implication to your health? The eventual implication to your health. We don't even want to go there. So let's talk about how it affects your productivity. I'm your business coach, so I'm not here to come and be talking about health. I'm not a medical practitioner, so I may not really I can't delve into, the medical part of it. So let's talk about how it affects your business, your productivity, and all that. Number one is risk aversion, which keeps you from taking action. So because you're scared, that's why a lot of people have not signed up into our business because they're scared because of that fear. So it keeps them from taking action, from taking risks in quotes. And that's why you see them small-minded. They remain small. They're never people that fear, that have this fear of taking risks. They never achieve much. They're like that man in the Bible. I don't know how many of you remember the parable of I think the sower also. The man in the Bible that they gave one, he went and protected that one. What happened? Funny thing is, in the reality of things, that one thing has lost so much value. Do you know the implication of hiding that money? Some people may say, but he protected that money now. He protected that one now. The other one, the one they gave five multiplied, the one they gave three multiplied it, they made it, doubled it and everything. Somebody may say, but even though he did not double it, he did not lose anything. Please, do you think that that guy did not lose anything by hiding that one talent? Do you think that he did not lose anything? Do you think he lost nothing? Oh, but he did not lose anything now. He just protected it now. That's not fair. The fact that he punished him in such a terrible way. It's not fair now. Ah, hey, Lord of mercy. Ah, he lost a lot. If you know the implication of your not taking risks, you will start taking more risks. Of course, not with not gonna be taking risks like a stupid person, but you start taking a lot of risks. I've shared this a lot with you people. I don't know how many of you. About 2020, my mom came into the room and asked me to bring her 1.9 million to buy one land. The woman is even dead. She was traveling out. One woman was traveling out. She needed to travel out because of her health and all that. I think so. I think it was for her health, or she was just traveling. Eventually, she lost her life for health reasons. She was desperately selling her lands and sold one for eventually. I told my mom I didn't have 1.9 million, I have 1.6 million. Land I bought last year. So imagine that money, 1.6 million naira, was given to me as my own one talent. They gave somebody else, let's say times three of that. They gave somebody else times five of that. Let's say, let me use Fanta. There's Fantaselu in the meeting. They gave Fantaselu three. She multiplied out her 1.6 million times 3. She multiplied it and gave it extra times 3 again. Sorry, times 2. She multiplied it. Sorry. They gave somebody else is in this meeting, Iyaji Margaret. They gave Iyaji Margaret times 5 of that money. She went and doubled it. They gave me my own 1.6 of the money. I went and hid it. When the master comes back, now the value of that land is about 25 million, 26 million. When the master comes back, you guys are giving times 2, times 2. The small one they gave me, 1.6 million, is now valued at 20 something million. So imagine me giving him 1.6 million. Meanwhile, I could have doubled it, tripled it, quadrupled it. So if you know the disadvantages of not taking risks, you start taking more risks. You start taking more risks. Another thing it does to you is decreased performance when paralyzed with anxiety. So there are things you should do, you're not doing them. You're not following up when you're supposed to be following up with your clients, with your prospects. You're not inviting when you're supposed to be inviting. You're not doing the things you need to do. You meet somebody, a potential prospect for your business. You don't talk to the person because of fear of what? It limits your creative thinking and innovation. Oh, what if I fail? Some of you, there are big things you're supposed to be doing in this business. There are great things you're supposed to be doing in this business, but you're not doing them because of what? Fear of failure. What if I fail? It keeps you hidden. There's some of you that today we're supposed to be celebrating you as millionaire, celebrating you as 500K earner, celebrating you as activators, celebrating you as well connectors, celebrating you as so many things. Tukoma Club member, cell leader, emerging cell leader, but we're not celebrating because you're hiding your innovation, creativity. You can't even think. So it keeps you hidden. The things you're supposed to do, you're not doing them. It leads to procrastination. Because you're not, I'll do it tomorrow because of fear. I'll do it tomorrow. And then before you know it, you end up not doing it. It blurs the goal. It keeps the goal blurred. That's what it does to you when you're scared. You can't even see clearly. You can't even see potential. If some of you see, I asked a question during my presentation in Lagos. I picked up one lady. I told her, I said, if God opens up your eyes to who you could have been, if God opens up your eyes to your potential, so many of you in this meeting, for 1 week, you will not come out of your house. You'll just be crying. If God opens up your eyes to what you could have been, if you had taken some risks in your life when they came, if you had done some things, if you have taken hold of some opportunities, if God opens up your eyes, hey, Jesus, you only cry, you be crying. And then another painful one is it lowers motivation. There's so many of you that things you should have been achieving, but your motivation is low. You don't have the motivation. They call it lethargy, you know. There are things you want to do, but it's as if you're just crippled, too crippled to do it. The worst form of deformity is the one in our mind. Like you can't get out of bed in the morning or most mornings, not because you're crippled, not because you can't, not because of physical disability, but because of the things in your mind. Oh, I can't do it, I'm scared. That's the worst form of disability. It causes lethargy. Fear, that's what it does. What if, what if, what if? So many what if, what if, what if, and then you're like, let me just stay, let me just stay in my corner. Let me just stay and not even do anything. I beg, it's better to just be here than to go out and something happens. That's what it does to you. So many of us are tired of failing, at least some of the time, most of the time. But fear of failure, also called artichophobia, like I said earlier, is when we allow that fear to stop us from doing the things that can move us forward to achieve our goals. Fear of failure has been defined as well persistent and irrational anxiety about failing to measure up to the standards and goals set by oneself or others. These I've explained earlier. But can I share the shocking news with you? Somebody say share. You want me to share something shocking with you? Do you want me to honestly share something shocking with you? Do you want me to honestly share with you something shocking? If you want me to, I always tell people, do you want me to be honest or do you want me to be nice? If you want me to be nice, be nice. I'll just come here and tell you people, don't worry, keep going, keep going. And then I'll log out. the meeting. If that's what you want. But if you want me to be honest with you, so we can bring lasting change in your life, then I'll be honest. Should I shock you good? You are very, very egotistic. For those of you that fear fail because of what people will think, fear of failure, fear of this, you are very egotistic. This is what I had to learn myself. Even up to now, it's something that I'm waking up every morning dealing with my ego. You are very egotistic. What does it mean to be egotistic? Describe someone who is characterized by an exaggerated sense of self-importance and a tendency to talk about themselves excessively, often to the point of being selfish and conceited. Somebody will say, Ambassador, what does this have to do with my fear? I'm just scared now. There are things I want to do, I cannot do them. I'm just scared. It's not that I have ego. It's not about ego. I'll answer you now. Do you want me to answer you people? You should ask me why. Ask me why you. Somebody here is saying, Ambassador Judy, how dare you say I'm egotistic? I'm a very humble person. In fact, that's why I'm shy. That's why I'm scared. Because people think that people that are scared are humble. Abia, you are not humble. You are egotistic. That's what you are. Those ones that actually go out of their way to actually speak to people, most of them are more humble than you are. A lot of them are more humble than you are. So let me answer your question. I'll answer it, but let's explore where your fear of failure stems from. Let's explore where it's coming from. I like to go down to, to the depth of things. I like to explore things, understand it, demystify it, so that it can never be a problem for me again. Number one place it comes from is learned behavior, past experiences, things you saw from your mother, you learned from your father or your mother or people around you that when you're scared of things, you run from it, you know, and all those things, past experiences, things you've had to deal with when you were growing up. You maybe there are things you tried, and then you feel that it's so just some of those things. Another one is societal pressure, what people might think. What if people think this? What if people think that? What if people this? What if people that? People will laugh at you. Maybe they even warned you. See, if you go to that business and you fail, I will tell you in all. So you're scared that they'll tell you to. Your problem is that someone will do you to you, tell you that that saves you right. That's why you don't want to try. Societal pressure is another one. The third one is what personality trait. Some people have it as their part of their personality, and also like to say is part of learned behavior, past experiences. Some people may even say is a condition. Some people go through it as a condition. That's what some people say. That people go through it as a condition. So some people say it might be a condition. Some people have it as a mental condition or whatever. Okay. But I'm not going to speak about that because like I always say, I try to run from things that I don't have much authority over. I didn't study these things. I have done some research on it. I know that some people hide under it's me, it's my personality, it's not and is what is my condition, is my mental health. But I don't want to go there today so that nobody is going to come for me because I know that some people actually have it as an issue, but I know that there's some people that don't have it as an issue. And I believe that this training is going to cure that. So why do I think you are egotistic? Number one, because somewhere in your head, you think that the world revolves around you, right? That if you fail, the world will stop moving. The world that was they say the planet is moving, but we're because of how massive the earth is, we're not feeling the movement of the earth. You think that the world will now stop. She has failed. I will leave everything we're all doing. Me too, I'll live my life. Your family will live their life. Everybody around you will leave what they are doing and come and focus on you and be mocking you, mocking you, mocking you, mocking you. Oh, you are that important. I'll leave the things going on in my life. No, now we'll leave the things going on in our life to come and be mocking you because you feel that something. You must be that important. So you must be such an important human being that you are thinking, what if I fail? People will not laugh at, oh, we'll leave everything we are doing in our life to not come and say, I'm doing. She failed. She failed. Even if I even want to laugh, it will not pass 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'll move on with my life. So people are too busy facing their own issues. One thing I've always told myself is, even if someone decides to focus on my own life, life is so spontaneous and amazing that it will give them their own problem in the next 2, 3 minutes to focus on eventually. Someone learning something from me today. Is someone learning something today? You think you're that important? Yeah, what if I fail? What if people laugh? Let them laugh. They will laugh for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They'll move on. Life will give them something in front that they will not laugh about again. It's not life again. Hey, you don't know this life. Are you experiencing life for the first time? Okay, all of us are experiencing it for the first time, but you understand what I mean? So many experiences. Can just be on your own, laughing at somebody. That's if it's what you decided to do. Next thing they call you that your house is burning. Let me see how you go to that your house and be laughing. Or they tell you that your mother is sick. Let me see how you go to you or your father. You let me see how you want to go there and continue laughing. No, go there. Life will say go there and continue that laughter since you want to be laughing. But even if you fail, let's even assume that you tried and you failed. It is arrogant to think that failing at something makes you a failure and that you are the only one failing at things. People are busy failing and learning from things. You are there thinking, what will people think? That's being egotistic now. You're focusing on yourself too much. You think everyone will leave you. What if you fail? Are you the only one that is failing? Are you the only one? Are you the first to fail at something? Do you think you'll be the last? You will not be the first, neither will you be the last. What if you fail twice or 10 times? If you fail twice or 10 times, what if? Who is counting? You are the one counting because I'm not. I'm too busy focusing on learning from my own experiences. People who are building something. You need to understand that people who are building something themselves are too busy learning from their own failures and getting past it to even care about what you choose to do with your life. We are too busy. People that are building something, we are too busy to come and be thinking, yeah, let me pick somebody in the meeting. Did Nadia Kubin fail at that prospecting she was about to prospect? Did she fail at it? I'm too busy building my life, please, to care about what you are doing with your life. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Too busy with my life. You can be feeling too important. But people are laughing at you. But I failed twice. Who is counting? You're the only one counting. I didn't even notice that I failed 3 times. I didn't notice. The people in your life, how many times they failed? Did you count? That you now think me, I'll now be counting your own. Or other people around you be counting your own. Please, do you understand why I said you are egotistic? Because I defined it. Because you think the world revolves around you. Have you seen it now? Why I said you are egotistic? Have you seen it now? Because even me, so like I said earlier, it's something that I'm dealing with. Something that I'm dealing with. Sometimes I'll go into a space, I'll just be like, hey, I don't really want to talk to this person. Next thing I'll just tell myself, who are you, Didi? What if the person, who are you? Who are you, Didi? Who are you? In the grand scheme of things, who are you? They laughed. Let them laugh now. They'll see something else to laugh about in front. That'll make them forget the last one they laughed about. You're not that important. I don't know my granddad. I don't know my granddad, whatever his failures were. My granddad, I don't know what his failures. I know my granddad from I met him, but I don't know him. My granddad from my dad never ever met in my life. I don't know what his failures were. I don't know them. I don't care. 100 years from now, who will remember my own? What am I even saying? 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 1 year from now, who will remember my own? What makes you think you are that important? Oh, I said when I was dealing, this training was dealing with me. Not only, I'm not, this training is not for only you guys, it's also for me. Who are you? You are too important. You feel too important. That's your problem. I don't know my granddad at all. I don't know his failures. Sometimes my dad used to gist us one or two things he did. I'm sure my dad doesn't even really know him like that. Because my dad said around the time he was born, he died. He died before my dad was born, something like that. Because my dad was born during the war. Do I even know? I know my dad was a whatever, whatever. Or my granddad, I mean, but I don't know his failures. I don't know the things he did and failed, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't care. Living my own life. So when you don't act, people lose out on the impact of your action. This is the main part. This is what you are costing the world. There are things you're supposed to be doing. There are people you would have brought into this business and this business would have changed their life. But because of what? Your fear of talking to them. That is the negative impact of your inaction. You don't know it. But your ego is too busy with you to allow you to see how it's affecting other people around you, the lives you could possibly change. What if you fail? Imagine that I used what if I fail? Where would Mercy Ogenedoro have been in this business? Mr. Jerry, where would Jerry have been? Where would Mrs. Gloria? All my leaders that today they are doing so well. Where would I have been? Where would Mrs. Mercy Anthony have been? Where would they have been? Mrs. Favor that today is a recruiting machine. Where would she have been? Someone that says she hates her job. I'm sure if they present her that job with and tell her they'll be paying her 1 million a month or even 1.5 or 2 million, she will not take that job. I know, I know. This is what your inaction because of fear is costing the world. You're denying the world the beauty of your imagination. You're denying the world your creativity, your innovative thinking, your innovative ideas. That's what you're denying the world because of small fear, tiny fear of failure. Artichophobia. Me too, I learned it today. So I hope you learned something new as well. Who are you that cannot be rejected? Eh, you hold me. People that normally I'll not even talk to will not be saying no to me, no to me. I'm not interested. Who are you that cannot be rejected? That you must get a yes. You talk to somebody immediately and they pay immediately. Who are you? No, now they rejected Jesus. Is you now that they will not reject. Who are you? I'm a child of God, the child of God. Your own child of God passed the one where Jesus be. Hi, Jesus. Who are you? You are missing people that potentially would have taken your business to the next level. There's one person you've not spoken to because you are scared. You must get your first, even your 10th attempt at talking to that person. The person must not join you. You must talk to that person and talk, 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 talk. Before who are you that you think somebody must join you immediately? Who are you? You are missing out from the pleasures of winning. That's what you're missing out on. The pleasure of winning because of your miserable fear of things. But trust me, just trust me on one thing. Just this one thing. The only people laughing are people who have only failed at things. They only know failure. They are broke. They will never know the joy of learning from their failure or even getting past it. These are the only people laughing at you. Take it from me. The people laughing at you when you failed at something or preparing to laugh at you. They are waiting to laugh at you. This is their situation. Take it from me. This is their situation. Take it from me. So while I'm still building, I can't mock anyone that is trying because I know the strength it takes to try. You cannot know the strength it takes to try and be laughing at someone that is trying. No, now. It's just like somebody went to prospect. You've been prospecting people. Someone like Mrs. Favor now that did 20 recruits in the first month. She will not see somebody that went out and prospected 10 people, or let's say 20 people, or nobody joined their business, and she would start laughing at that person. No, she will not, because she knows what she went through to get the 20 people to sign up or 22 people to sign up. She knows. So she will not laugh. The only thing she will do is to advise. I understand, you know, it wasn't so easy, but trust me, she'll share her own experiences, tell you what you need to do. There you go again. But she will not laugh at you because she knows what it takes to go to the field. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. The only thing affecting the possibility of you achieving your dreams is your fear of failure. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. So fear of failure, according to some great legends, okay? Let's see what Bruce Lee said about it. Don't fear failure, not failure, but low aim is the crime. In great attempts, it is glorious even to fail. Bill Cosby said, in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. You can't have something big in front of you, and what if you fail will not be what it costs. Meanwhile, the money you could make, the life you could live, the lives you could change is in front of you. You are allowing what if you fail to stop you. Eh, what if you fail now? You fail, you try again. Who is counting? Like I said earlier, nobody is counting. You're the only one counting. Steve Jobs said, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Somebody here may say, because he had cancer and that's how he would think that way. That's because he knew he was about to die. Oh, you don't know whether you're about to die. You don't even know if it's tomorrow you die. You don't even know. So do the things you can do. Like I said earlier, nobody will remember. Nobody will remember. You're the only one that is counting how many times you failed. Failure is good as long as it doesn't become a habit. When you fail at something, you learn. You try it again. Fail at something, you learn. Try it again. Or that you fail at something, you jump to another thing. Fail at that one, jump to another thing. That's how you keep jumping. That's how you keep jumping. Maybe I just heard, it's Jesus. I just heard some of my leaders that jumped into the new company. Do you guys remember the company I talked about some months ago that a team, one of the leaders in quotes that was in the team jumped to? Do you guys remember? And I told you guys that I was giving that company 6 months to crash. Not because I hate the company. I don't know the owners of the company. Not because I'm doing in global. I now hate the company. No, because the principles of network marketing are the same. You don't have any products. It was purely a Ponzi scheme. Ponzi's don't last. You could, 1 plus 1 is 2. So, for example, if you're always taking sugar, you're just very soon you get diabetes. Very soon, love sugar. You love sugar. You're always taking sugar. You're not burning it. It's 1 plus 1 is 2. I'm not telling you soon become diabetic because I hate you. I'm telling you because you are living your life that it will lead to it. Do you people remember the company I was talking about? Do you people remember? I talked about it. When I talked about it in cell meeting, I told you guys, and the reason why I made that told you people was because I didn't want people to jump into it and jump out. Because when you jump in and come back to this company, will not allow you to come back here. It's not tap tap. No, tap tap was the one I talked about. Tap tap, that one is still, they are still tapping now. Pin nothing. Use God, please forgive me. Let me not say what I want to say. The company has already crashed. I gave them 6 months. I don't think it's even up to 3 months. It has crashed already. I give them 6 months. I was serious about the 6 months. I thought it would even, it didn't even reach. The thing has crashed. And as they were doing, the funny thing is, as it crashed, they were still collecting money from people. People who jumped to greed. They've jumped into another one. I heard they are now into another one, a new one now. That's how you keep jumping. Once failure becomes a habit for you, that's when it's a problem. I want you to listen to this. I don't know how many of you saw this interview. I love this interview so much. I had to search for it to get it. Let's watch this. So this guy, Gani, is an NBA, what do you call them, basketballer, and he played at a game or so, and I think his team failed and all that, and he was in an interview. So see what he had to say when an interviewer asked him about the failure. Please let me know if you can hear once I play it. Did you hear that? The interviewer asked him, do you view this season as a failure? Did you hear it? Was it clear? Clearly. Okay, awesome. So let's continue. Oh my God, it's like you guys can't hear it. No sound. Where is the no sound coming from? Hey, God, a mess. But I asked you people and you guys said you could hear. Okay, let's try again. Oh my God. Let's try again.
I'm curious for you. Do you view this season as a failure?
Oh my God.
Okay. Is it okay now? So where did it stop? So I muted myself so that there will be no sound coming in from here to distract you guys. But let me play it again.
Okay, because I'm not that up. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay.
Is it still clear? Is it still okay? Okay.
Do you get a promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, I don't know, provide a house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success, you know. And if you've never, I don't want to make it personal. So there's always steps to it, you know. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure? That's what you're telling me? No, I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Okay, exactly. So why you asking me that question? It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. And that's what sports is about. You don't always win. Some other people's gonna win. And this year somebody else is gonna win. Simple as that. We're gonna come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, not have a 10-day stretch with playing bad basketball, you know, and hopefully we can win a championship. So 50 years from 1971 to 2021 that we didn't win a championship, it was 50 years of failures? No, it was not. It was steps to it, you know, and we were able to win one. Hopefully we can win another one.
Amazing, right? Did you like that video? Did you learn from that video? How can you ask somebody, do you view this season as a failure? What type of stupid question is that? And his response was powerful, magical. Someone with this type of mentality, do you think he will not come back to the next season and kill the next season? He said they will go back, they'll prepare themselves, they will build themselves, they'll learn from their lessons, they'll see from next time they come back how they can do better. No, no, no. Can somebody with this type, can you have this type of mindset and feel? When I tell people that success is 90, over, what am I saying? 99% mindset. In fact, 1% is the small work you need to do. If your mindset is 100 as in good, if you have this type of mindset, it's not about his response, it's his mindset. This is how he thinks. This is how he thinks. And you see, he wasn't reactive. He just saying, don't ask me that type of question. No, no, no. Say no. Everybody feels as something. I'm not the only one. He's not there feeling like people are laughing at him. They called him for the interview. He showed up. He knew that they were going to ask him questions about the failed season or the season that didn't do so well. But he handled it. See how he handled it. But you reach your own turn, you stop prospecting. You reach your own turn, the world is laughing at you. People will laugh at you. What will people think? Let them think what they're thinking now. Are they earning what he's earning? Are they earning what he's earning? Even the people, those people that will be watching him, I'm sure some people watching him are like, Gani, why you gonna play like this now? But those people that's how the only thing they know is to react to sport. But let them get on the field and play now. They cannot play. They're not even earning quarter of what he's earning. They're not even earning
But
quarter of what he's earning. The effect, fear of failure mainly affects personality. Some negative side effects of failure are self-pity. It is the opposite of self-esteem. It arises because you feel no one will lift you out of your difficulties because you, like I said earlier, egotistic. It's all about you. You. What people think, what people are living, they are living, enjoying their own life, struggling in their own life. in quotes. You reach your own turn, you think everybody world will stop to focus on you. No, nobody cares. Everybody, you need to understand that people have their own individual struggles as well. Excuses, the lie you tell yourself to make yourself feel better about justifying your lack of responsibility for your own life and the life of your family. Excuses, excuses, excuses. There's this quote that Jerry loves so much. I love that quote. You can either make excuses or make money, but you cannot make both of them. Excuses. Just get out of it already and do it. If you know how much I hate excuses, you will not even bring it to my table. Some people now, because some people know how much I hate excuses, they will say, Ambassador, no, not like I'm giving excuses to, because they know how much I hate it. But what's that but there? Please do what you need to do. Hopelessness is an emotion characterized by what? A lack of hope, optimism, and passion. An individual who feels hopelessness may often have no expectation of future improvement or success. That's what your fear of failure does. It causes hopelessness. Imagine that they asked that guy and started saying, no, we failed. Life happens. It's just unfair. We tried our best. We did everything, but we still failed. Entered self-pity. Ah, see the way he responded. We'll go again next season. Ah, I loved his response so much. So how to overcome fear of failure and become stronger, right? Face it. The main thing is to face your failure. If you run from it, it will still be there. The big monster remains there. Make yourself ready and prepare yourself to say, it is okay to fail. Tell yourself it's okay to fail. Nothing is finished. I can still achieve whatever it is I want to achieve. Accept it. If you accept failure and even welcome it into your life, like it's a normal thing. The only thing that can happen is that you will learn from it. Failure teaches us that what we shouldn't do and what we can do that is better. It is all that failure is there to do for you. Anything else is a distraction. Anything else is costing you. So learn from it. Failures are it's a part of your life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you will never change. So remember that it is always an open door for learning. Grow out of it. Don't just learn. Grow out of it and leave a remarkable impact on other people. If you will do this, then nothing in the world will stop you from achieving success. Nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing in the world. Face it, accept it, learn from it, and grow out of it. Let me share with you people something that I encountered so many years ago that has been my guiding light when it concerns failure. If you do not remember anything, if you do not learn anything from this meeting, at least do not forget this quote by Theodore Roosevelt. I love it so much. He said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds, that's the person who's doing something, where that person could have done better. The real credit actually belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, who is in the field, who's doing something, who's trying, whose face is marred by the dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again and again and again, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end. The person knows that no matter what is going on, no matter the failures, everything that I'm going through, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high what achievement, and who at the worst, the person tells himself the best that will happen is I get all of these things. Well, at worst, the worst that can happen, even if he fails, at least he failed daring greatly, doing big things, so that his place shall never be among those cold and timid souls. They did not know victory. They still did not know defeat. And when you don't try, what happens? You will not know victory and you will still not know defeat. Kudos to those people who are trying. To those of you that are in our team, in our business, going all out, you're not making money yet, but you are still ranked among those who are trying, who are giving their best. You've not been celebrated yet, but you are still ranked among those who are giving their best, doing their best, going all out, prospecting daily, putting in. You are the real winner in our business. Kudos to you. I hope you learned something today.